Do you ever remember things that didn't actually happen, but you swear it happened and have a vivid memory of it happening? Many people believe that it's just our mind playing tricks on us, and we make memories up on our own that didn't actually happen. What about when thousands of people remember the same memory that you remember? Could it be possible that our minds aren't actually playing tricks on us? This can be known as the Mandela Effect. The Mandela Effect is something that you remember occurring in the past or being a certain way, but it never actually historically happened. The reasoning for it being called the Mandela Effect is because back in the 1980s, people all over the world believe and clearly remember Nelson Mandela dying in prison, along with many newscasts about his funeral, South Africa rioting over his death, and a loving speech said by his wife. Although, as the world knows, Nelson Mandela had actually escaped prison and became the president of South Africa and an icon for the world, who was then actually pronounced dead in 2013, where the confusion and disbelief began for people all over the world. Some say that this is the result of a parallel universe, and that our universe was at some point switched. When this happens, little changes happen, whether it's small changes such as the spelling of things, or big changes such as people not dying when they were said to have died. On the other hand, some people also believe that this is the result of time travel, and that whoever is time traveling is changing the past, present, and future, and people are noticing it, just like in the movie The Butterfly Effect.
You are completely relaxed. Think of it like a movie. You can pause, rewind, or slow down.
Could you save the one person that mattered the most?
Somewhere deep in bear country lives the Berenstain Bear family. The Berenstain Bear.
The first example of the Mandela Effect includes the children's book and TV show called The Berenstain Bears. Originally, everyone remembers the name of the show being spelled and pronounced Berenstain Bears, but looking back at one of our generation's favorite childhood memories proves us wrong. There's no evidence of it ever being spelled the way we remember, so how come so many of us remember it that way? Even parents of our generation who were old enough to tell the difference between spelling and pronunciation remember it being known as the Berenstain Bears. When this blew up in the media, some people managed to find a TV guide from the 1980s and old books with the spelling we remember. If this never existed, then why do we have proof and memories of it ever happening? Thousands of people also remember the number of states in the United States being 51 or 52 states, even though it is only 50 states. Many people even recall learning and memorizing in school that there were 52 states. This could be a common mistake among Americans, but why would schools teach children this in the past, and why would so many recall this memory? Even the movie Sex and the City is remembered as Sex in the City by people all over the world. The guy shown in this picture even has his wife's collectibles, as she was a huge fan, who has a stamped box with Sex in the City clearly all over it. Not just a box, but also plastic wrapping, a perfume bottle, and lotion. Everyone also remembers the famous video of Tank Man, where a man bravely stepped in front of a tank and tried to stop them from starting war. But many recall him actually being run over and killed. But as we can see in the video, he's actually rescued by people and taken away. There's also many other small examples of the Mandela Effect, such as the spelling of products like Jif peanut butter being spelled as Jiffy instead of Jif, and Skechers that is remembered being spelled with a T instead of without it. Or the famous Febreze brand, which is actually only spelled with only one E instead of two, which everyone remembers it as. And not to mention the favorite childhood channel known as Looney Tunes being spelled with a U instead of the two O's. The tragic event that happened 15 years ago, known as 9/11, is actually remembered by some as happening on September 10th and not September 11th. The last example would include the famous saying said in the movie Snow White, "Mirror, mirror on the wall," but instead it is actually "magic mirror on the wall."
We see thy face.
What wouldst thou know, my queen?
Magic mirror on the wall. Who is the fairest one of all?
Evening. Mirror, mirror on the wall, is this not the most perfect kingdom of them all?
If this is the actual saying, then why would movies such as Shrek say "mirror, mirror on the wall" instead of "magic mirror on the wall"? After seeing all these creepy examples of the Mandela Effect, Could it really be possible that our generation and lifetime is the result of a switched universe, or that time traveling is happening among us? Some might not care, but soon it could have an effect on all of us, and what we know now may soon just only be a memory.